When you answered that
because
question,
the question
you want to put a lot of new Supreme Court justice, radical left.
Will you shut up, man?
Listen, who is on your list, Joe?
In most cases, sequels never really live up to the original, but the 2024 election isn't merely a replay of 2020. In fact, while Democrats rush to embrace Black Lives Matter protests, this time around, Biden is no longer an ally to demonstrators, as he's become the one being protested.
I was proud today to walk in and pull a Democratic ballot and vote uncommitted. When 74% of Democrats in Michigan support a ceasefire, yet President Biden is not hearing us.
Democrats are no longer as united in their support for demonstrators as they were in 2020.
Mr. President, have the protests forced you to reconsider any of the policies with regard to the region?
No. Thank you.
Mr. President, do you think the National Guard should intervene?
No.
And the differences have erupted in Congress, on college campuses, and in primary contests ahead of the election.
I'm here in my office, and all of these hostages, they've been up on our walls for over 6 months. And that's exactly where they're going to stay until everyone is brought back home.
As Democrats splinter in their support for Israel, Republicans remain largely united in its backing of Israel and rejecting anti-Semitism.
What's going on at the college level and the colleges, Columbia, NYU, and others, is a disgrace. And it's really on Biden. He has the wrong signal. He's got the wrong tone. He's got the wrong words. He doesn't know who he's backing. And it's a mess.
The GOP has continuously condemned any actions from Biden appeasing members of his party who want the U.S. to end protection for Israel.
Civilians have been killed in Gaza as a consequence of those bombs and other ways in which they go after population centers. And I made it clear that if they go into Rafah, they haven't gone into Rafah yet. If they go into Rafah, I'm not supplying the weapons that have been used historically to deal with Rafah.
House Republicans brought forth a vote to the Israel Security Assistance Support Act, forcing Biden to send $1 billion in weaponry to Israel, but it has little chance of passing into law.
The Biden administration is defying the will of Congress and withholding weapons shipments to Israel.
A recent Reuters poll reveals 44% of registered Democrats disapprove of Biden's handling of the Israel-Hamas crisis. In a Harvard Youth poll, a whopping 76% said participants disapproved of how Biden is handling the war. It's not the only criticism Biden has faced over international handlings in the Middle East. The way the president withdrew troops from Afghanistan also took a big hit on his approval ratings.